On December 31st, 2020, one of the largest robberies in the history took place. But first, we have to talk about its participants. On a night out in a renowned northern bar in the country's capital, a group of students meet again after a long time, but talking about their lives, and found out that they all had financial problems. Jorge arrived in a late model white Toyota pickup, despite the fact that he had a lot of money. He was bankrupt, and in 2 weeks he was going to lose his properties. After drinking some wine and beer, Jorge comments that he was working in a bank, but he was not happy, and as a joke suggested that he was so desperate that he wanted to rob the bank because the money was not enough for him.
During the conversation, Valentina followed Jorge's lead and began to give ideas to the heir about how they could carry out the robbery. Sebastian liked the idea and began to imagine the task that each of claimants would do, and he began assigning roles to his teammates. Diego commented that he had contacts that could help them finance and execute the plan. After midnight, they were all also into the story that they finally decided to carry out the heist. On December 24, Valentina and Sebastian entered the bank and hacked the security system, while the manager summoned the rest of the employees to a meeting to facilitate the process. From there, the team had the control of all the cameras, alarm, and security control of the entity. And finally, the day came on December 31 at 11 midnight, in the midst of the fury of the New Year celebration and with the fireworks in the background. The long-awaited operation began.
Diego entered the bank, and in a brief lapse he spotted the security guard, who was in the company of another employee at the facilities. The watchman managed to activate the alarm to call the police, but it was hacked. This was the signal for the rest of the group to arrive disguised as a policeman at the bank. The intruder pretended to capture the thief, who didn't offer much resistance because it was a trap, and told the guard that they are going to take the money to a safer place. The manager quickly arrived at the bank and gave the authorization, and the employees didn't suspect anything. A few minutes later, a vehicle arrived at the scene, and the well-armed fake policeman loaded the bags of money and threw them into the vehicle. Valentina, pretending to be the police commander, summoned the two employees inside the bank to be judged and finally killed with a silencer.
The bank employers arrived the next day and found the horrible signs of the two dead guards. They called the police and found out about the great robbery. The authorities start looking for Jorge, but they can't find him anywhere. Police continue to search for the thieves for 3 years. The investigation process found Valentina with a large amount of money in Cartagena. She was accused of participating in the robbery by the image of the security cameras. She was imprisoned, and Jorge out of fear that she would be betrayed, and ordered her to be killed from hiding. Nothing else was known about the other members of the group until today. This is the history.